Hello and welcome to another video from Mr. Kumadu. In this video, we're going to have a look at inverse functions. So we start with an example where we have f of x equals 2x minus 1 over 10. And we want to find the inverse of the function f. The notation for inverse function is simply f inverse of x. This is the notation we use for the inverse of the function f. So this is how we solve this. We begin by letting y equals f of x. And the f of x is this. So we have 2x minus 1 over 10. From here, we rearrange this and make x the subject. So to rearrange this, there's a denominator of 10 here. So we multiply this side by 10 and this side also by 10. So we're going to have y times by 10 equals 2x minus 1 over 10 also times by 10. So the whole of this is being times by 10. So this 10 and that 10 will cross out. We're left with 10y equals 2x minus 1. Because we're trying to make s the subject, we add 1 to both sides. These will cross each other out. So we're going to go over here to show it. We're going to have 10y plus 1 equals 2x. And to make s the subject, we divide both sides by 2. So the whole of this divided by 2 and the whole of this divided by 2. So these will cross out and we'll be left with x will be equal to 10y plus 1 over 2. So I like to write the x on the left hand side. So I have x equals 10y plus 1 over 2. With this, because we're finding an inverse function, we're going to write the inverse function using this notation as f inverse of x equals, we write this in terms of x. So wherever the y is, we're going to replace the y with the x. So we write it as 10x plus 1 over 2. And that's the inverse of f. Let me rewrite this a bit. So here will be 10x plus 1 over 2. So this is the inverse function. And if we're asking the question to find f inverse of, say, 3, then f inverse of 3 will be equal to, using this inverse function, we're going to have 10, and we substitute in place of the x at 3, plus 1 over 2. And this will then give us 30 plus 1 over 2, and we end up with 31 over 2, which is the same thing as 15.5 as the answer. So f inverse of minus 3 will give us 15.5. But if we're just asked to find the inverse, then the inverse of f inverse of x will be 10x plus 1 over 2. And that's the answer. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video. The next video will be composite functions, and we'll be looking at how you find composite function in our next video. Thank you.